Hi guys, welcome back to Oldtimer Garage. This video is going to be the last one of the series about the engine change on the Mehari. If you haven't watched the previous videos, check the links in the description below. Last time we restarted the engine, so this time we just need to put everything back together and to make sure everything is adjusted as it should be, and that should be it for this car. As always, I'm going to try and show as much as I can of what we did, but it's always a bit difficult to summarize everything we did in 3 hours or so within just a few minutes of video. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. And I usually always read all the comments and respond to all of them unless they're abusive. Right, so the first thing to do was to put the front face back on the car, and this is pretty straightforward as for pretty much all the 2CVs and derivative versions. You just slide the structure of the front face into sort of rail on the side of the structure, and then 2 bolts at the top, 2 bolts at the bottom, and two screws on each side, and that's it.
At the bottom, come on top, I think. On the top of that bit there, and outside the little plug like that. Yeah, yes. And then, that's not a bad colour match, what do you reckon?
Now that the front face is back in place, we just need to fix it with the bolts and screws. But I'm going to go over this part quickly because there's nothing interesting there. The next step is to put the headlights back in place. The support of the headlights on this car is a sort of shell that comes behind the headlight. This shell is just kept in place with 4 screws, and then the headlight, which is the same type of round headlight as on the Diane, comes into this shell where it is maintained in place by a spring, and there's a screw that allows the adjustment of the height of the headlight beam. On this one, a few connections were damaged, so it took me some time to put them back together, but usually this is a pretty straightforward 2-minute job. And I just needed to do the same thing on the other side. 2 bolts at the top, 2 bolts at the bottom, 2 screws on the side, and the headlight to put back in. Next was the air cleaner. It is fixed on 3 places. One leg comes onto the gearbox, the other one comes onto the junction between the gearbox and the engine, and the third connection is a rubber pipe between the air cleaner and the carburetor. And now the last test. Let's see if it still starts. I think you are in gear, aren't you? Oh no, that's fine, sorry.
There's the carburetor is not tight on it. There's one screw loose on the base of the carburetor.
Oh, I see.
Now that's much better. So we just have left to adjust the carburetor and everything should be okay now. And just the final touch so that it looks finished, and also to check that the color of the new paint on the front face is actually the same as the old paint on the hood. And that's it for this car. It's now ready to get back on the roads. So I hope you enjoyed this series of video. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you did like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I can't believe that this channel is almost getting to 10,000 subscribers. I sure wasn't expecting that when I started it, so thank you so much for following my modest contribution to this platform and to show me some interest. This is much appreciated, and I hope I will be able to create more content that you can enjoy here. I'm currently preparing the latest update on the restoration of my Cadillac, so this should be up very soon, and I'm also preparing the next project, which looks very promising so far, but this will be for another series of videos very soon too. For the time being, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you very soon.